What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Mike, full-time media seller. We are at the storage unit today, and I'm going to kind of do a video where I show you guys how much we actually got from a library pickup, right? So, I always tell everybody, you got to work with companies besides thrift stores, and companies, I mean libraries. So I partner with libraries. I help take care of all their extra donations. I fill up the Nissan Altima with books, right? So we went to the library last week, me and Deb. We filled up the backseat and the trunk completely with books, which are going to be right here. So full carload. I already took about 5 boxes to donation, so you're not going to see those 5 boxes, but the type of stuff you get, right? You don't know what you're going to get. It's just a random assortment of books, but you probably think, like, how many books are you actually going to pull out of a car full? So that is our pile over there. So these are all the accepts from a car full of books, right? You're probably thinking, well, it's not that much. You would be right. There's no guarantee in this. In media, we're probably looking at a 10 to 20% accept rate on the high end. And it really depends what they have being donated and what kind of winds up to me. So car full turns into that little bit. Turns into this little bit needs to go somewhere. You got to get rid of this stuff, right? It's the biggest headache. It's why the books are the biggest pain, because they're heavy. You got to get them donated. I'm working on finding somebody, maybe an eBay seller, to come take these every single time I have a pickup, but I haven't accomplished that yet. It's the #1 thing on my list because I hate lugging all these to go donate them at a thrift store or the donation book bin. So yeah, I'm gonna switch over. You guys are gonna see, I'm gonna list all of these books and you'll be able to see the actual profit, right? Because when we scan them with Scoutly on our phone, we see like the estimate of profit. But I want to show you guys exactly how much we're listing them for, kind of why I decide on how to list these items. If you're interested in figuring out how to get libraries, libraries. All you booksellers are like, oh my God, I would love to have a library. And if you actually knew how easy it was, you'd probably fall over in your chair and think I'm some kind of scammer. Join the YouTube channel, $2.99 a month, weekly calls, private Discord 24/7, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and millions of trillions of people have signed up. We're all out here crushing it. A lot of us have library deals. We got the templates. It's a foolproof process. It's just a matter of you actually putting in the work. So yeah, I'm gonna list these. Go2Lister, another thing. Members get $5 off Go2Lister forever. So you could pay $2.99, join the channel. If you already have Go2Lister, you get $5 off. You literally make money off me. Like, it's literally an infinite money hack. Anyways, we're gonna get over to the computer. We're gonna list these, see how much we actually made. And I did pay for these books, right? Every time I go to the library, I do make a donation. Keep it 100%, right? These libraries are all volunteer ran. Bring them donuts, donate some money. I'm not saying get crazy with it, but come to a number that's comfortable for you and the library. Make sure every time you go, you're a nice, honest person. That's how you're gonna win. Treat people how you wanna be treated. So anyways, I'm shutting up. I gotta load up all the profitable stuff. I'm actually gonna try posting this on Facebook Marketplace just to see if somebody will come pick it up for me at the storage unit. Because I just need somebody. I wish one of you lived around me, because there's probably a lot of decent stuff for eBay. I don't even mess around with it no more. I look, if it's no ISBN, if it's not a title I know, I'm not playing the game. I gotta focus on where the money is. That's Amazon, not eBay. So I wish one of you lived by me. You could come get this junk and probably make money off this junk, because one man's junk is another lady or manly bookseller's treasure. So I'm shutting up. We did pay for this. We'll cover the profit. We'll cover everything when we get over to the computer. And look, I gotta carry all this up 4 flights of steps. Let's go. All right, you see here we are back home. We got our box filled. This was everything from the library. So when we got 32 items from that full car of books, it goes to show not every pickup is going to be great, but these relationships are crucial into building your business. So Go2Lister, you guys know I use it, I promote it, right? Members of the channel get a lifetime, discount on their subscription. We got a 30-day free trial down below. I went ahead, I already got everything in the box. The box is 46 pounds. I couldn't fit another book, so it kind of worked out perfectly. It's weird how that works sometimes. Every profitable book we got fit into the box, and these are some heavier books, and I'll kind of explain as we go. We actually did get one DVD here, so I'm gonna price this. And you see initially what we have going on Our estimated profit is $547.79. I did put a dollar buy cost just so I have something in there. Dollar's probably close to on average what I pay per item, but we're just going to go through here and kind of price these ourselves. We're using smart pricing, but the smartest pricing is yourself. So I'm just a little guy on the screen, and we're just going to go through and price these 32 items and see how much in profit we're actually going to make from a full carload of books. Sometimes they're better, sometimes they're worse. Let's see what we get into here. So first up, we actually had DVDs. I guess somebody threw some DVDs in and the library doesn't take them, so they automatically go to me. Pretty high ranked at 222,000, but you can see here there is a new buy box. Amazon is selling it. There's no used FBA, but it is a slower mover, so I'm going to come down to $19.99. It's like a sweet spot I like to be at, $17.99, $19.99. Weeds of the Northeast. I've actually sold this multiple times. I guess because I live in the Northeast and there's lots of weeds, so this pops up. This is FBA 2. 780K isn't a bad rank for books. Amazon was on it at $31.95. Buy box is $24. So I'm fine with being second in line here, although it's only a penny, so I'm just going to drop it down. $4.58 on an $18 book in profit. Books are tough, especially heavier books. A lot of the profit gets eaten up by the fees anymore. When Men and Mountains Meet, Stories of Hope and Despair in the Adirondack Wilderness. It sounds like a pretty cool book. Super slow mover, right? $4 million. The buy box is $43.99. Let's see here. We got the building keeper graph, so we kind of can go back and see that it sold last time right for around way too much money, but I think $43.99 is okay. But with it being a slow mover, I want your stuff to sell. I want my stuff to sell. I want my stuff to sell more than I want your stuff to sell. That's just the honest truth of it. So I'm always being the lowest price every single time. The Japanese Navy in World War II. This was actually a pretty cool book. You can see from the cover. 1.4 million is not bad. You see the buy box is going all the way up to $49.08. I'm not buying it here, especially if you look at the keeper graph. You can see this is kind of way out of line. The $29.95 and $31.09 kind of seem to be more in line with what it sold for in the past. So that's where I want to be. I could care less about this buy box. The buy box can be whatever Bozo puts in as the price. I want it to be priced to sell, regardless of what the buy box is. I need my items to sell so I can buy new cat trees like you guys see in the background here. So I can maybe, I don't know, get some Rogaine so I can start growing my hair back in. I mean, I need money in my bank account at the end of the day. Go Down Together, the true untold story of Bonnie and Clyde. We are FBA 3 on this. It is a faster moving book. The buy box is $12.70. The new buy box is $32.57. I'm actually going to get a little bit greedier with this one. I think the 1270 is too low, and even the 1620. I think we can get a little bit more. Sure, we'll have to wait in line, but I think something like this is going to sell eventually. Asset protection, concepts and strategies for protecting your wealth. Buy box here is $43.88. So this is one of the better books from the batch here. Amazon selling it for $50. Buy box is $43.88. We're just going to leave it alone. It's got a decent rank at $338K. Family Tree, DNA testing and genetic genealogy. New buy box is $22.44. They're also giving a buy box at $19.24. The used buy box, $19.24. Fast moving book. Go down a little bit here. And remember, like now we have with Go2Lister, you have the built-in actual like risk checker through books are on counterfeit risk check. It tells you right now, counterfeit likelihood, unlikely, and it actually tells you how much you could get for that book. But yeah, so that's a nice, huge feature actually that they added in. All right, let's keep on going. Intellectuals and Society, FBA 2, pretty fast moving book. I'm fine with leaving it there. Kind of sees what usually it's kind of the mid price. The buy box is all the way up at $40.21. But seriously, with the merchants being down at 11, I might come up a little bit here, but definitely not. The $40 is just too high. You want to be between the $25 and $30 mark. Dillinger's Wild Ride. $24.99. It's a 3 million ranked book. We're just going to leave it at the buy box here. New is almost $60, so. Leota's Garden, $15.90 buy box, that's fine by me. Hans Lattice, slow mover at $2.5 million. New buy box is $30, right? So this is why you got to look, because the new buy box is $30, but the used buy box is $39.83. You can't price your used stuff more than the new stuff. It just doesn't work like that. I promise you, you will never sell your items, and then you'll be crying to me that this business doesn't work. Well, business works. It's just a matter of, do you work? I don't know. Bonanza Railroads. This is one I kind of took a risk on. Super high rank here. This is a no ISBN book, so I looked this up manually. Seems like it sold last time merchant for basically dirt cheap, but I do think there is an opportunity here to get the sale. There's no FBA offers. We'll come in at $19.99. Take $8 home. Can't complain about it. Spanish edition. I'm not even pronouncing that. It's some type of Bible. So $21.58. Amazon's on it at $26.99. I'm a-okay with it staying there. Will be the only used FBA offer. This will sell basically the day it gets checked in. Ruling Planets. Also, this was a huge Spanish Bible. That's why you're only making $7 at 21. This is another pretty big book. Ruling Planets, your astrological guide to life's ups and downs. $28.67 is the buy box. The new buy box is $44. So I'm fine with it being there. It's got a pretty fast rank at 198K, so we'll make $13 on that one. Suburbia. No offers on this listing. Manually enter your price. There currently is nobody here. It looks like it's sold anywhere between $30 and $80. Looks like it last sold right around $65. So I'm actually going to roll in here. We'll do $70 on that one. We'll make $50. It's actually got a decent rank too, especially since there hasn't been no offers. Million rank. So that'll definitely sell. Even if I got to bring it down a little bit, I'm still fine with making $40-50 on a book. A Sale of Two Idiots, 100 Lessons and Laughs from a non-sailor who quit the rat race. I'm a non-sailor and I quit the rat race. $14.20 buy box here. We're leaving it alone. New buy box is $17.36. Wild Things, The Art of Nurturing Boys. $13.49 is Amazon. $11.42 is where we're at. I'm fine with that. Super fast mover at $12K. Libertarianism, What Everyone Needs to Know. $8.93 buy box, but that's just because there's no FBA offers. Amazon's $15.71. So we're gonna bring this up. Went from making under $2 to $4.50. Dreams. FBA 2 here. I think you can get greedy on this one. We're gonna jump up a little bit, put an extra $2.50 in our pocket. Runaway Girl, Escaping Life on the Streets. This is going to FBA 1, which is acceptable. Don't ever condition your books acceptable. You'll never get the buy box. You're just wasting your time. If it's acceptable, just throw it out. I don't even send acceptable in. It's either good or it's not going in. Amazon's at 18. We'll give people a $2 discount if I could type properly. By the Ages, Behavior and Development of Children Pre-Birth through 8. Leave that at the buy box. It's not the fastest moving book, but there's only one new at $37.75, so people are definitely going to buy this used over new because they're saving more than 50%. Sweet Days of Discipline. $11.67. I'm fine with that. I mean, the buy box is $12.56, but like no one's gonna buy used to save, what is that, 41 cents. Like you just gotta price your things correctly. The Things We Do for Love, a novel. This is a super fast mover, 7K rank. Profit isn't great, but with fast moving items, you gotta send this type of stuff in. Cash flow, cash flow, cash flow. We're gonna leave this at $11.51. Safest Place on Earth. Yet again, the used buy box is more than the new buy box. This will never sell, especially being a high-ranked book. Drop that down to $16.99. The Gift of Years, Growing Older Gracefully. Pretty fast-moving book here, $16.95. I'm okay with it being there. Behind the Seams. This is a Dolly Parton book. This book was huge. I mean, this book, you know, look, you only make $3 at $17.11. So we're gonna jump this up to $17.99. It is a faster moving book. It's the only reason I sent it, right? The rank's 1K. So we get $4 out of it. It sells right away. Be wary of sending in heavy books with low profits. This is a perfect example of kind of what you don't want to do in most cases, because if you have to get this removed, sent back to you, disposed of, this book is probably going to cost you $5, $6, maybe even close to $10 because of the size and the weight. But something that moves this quick, I'm okay with taking that risk for the $4. A certain summer. This is, look at that, almost 8 million. You got to be crazy to send this stuff in, Mike. Well, you just got to be realistic on pricing, and you know, the lowest this thing's been is $31. So this is gonna be the lowest price this book has ever been. These situations, you have to put a price that it's going to sell. $8.32 for the acceptable offer, and this person has no idea what they're doing. I'm not going to click through and expose them, but you definitely can get more here. The buy box is $21.99. It's not a super slow moving book. Jump that up to $17.99. Reimagining Indian Country. All right, this is a decent one. Buy box $29.95, new $62.94, $30 discount. Slow mover at 4.8 million. That's all right. Will they stand? Parenting kids to face the giants. Sells pretty often. Leave that there. Arabian Nights, no FBA offers here. No new FBA offers either. This one you definitely want to raise up and get greedy with. $7. This is a smaller paperback. And the last one we have is A Brief History of Equality, fast mover, $14.86. I'm just going to drop it down to the buy box there. If I can get the sale quicker for 12 cents, I'm going to do it every single time. Now the moment of truth. Scroll back up. A carload of books, a half day of work, $330 profit. Not my best box I've ever sent out in full transparency. Probably one of the worst boxes I've sent out from the library. So I guess it's kind of good that you guys see that I'm not making trillions of dollars in every single box, but this is an ongoing relationship where I get these donations every single month. That is the important part. We get our money out of it, we trade our time for dollars, and you build the relationships. That's how you can have more inventory, make more money. You guys see exactly, I'm getting this sent out today. I'm gonna complete this shipment. I've got a full walkthrough of Go2Lister in the channel as well. That's gonna do it for the video. I appreciate you watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more used book videos. Bye-bye.